Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to come out here and just pay respects to not only like one of the greatest players that's ever played here, but like just a genuinely good person. And I was fortunate enough to be his teammate for 10 years and one of the longest teammates I've ever had. And I see myself very fortunate to be able to not only play with him, but learn from him and spend all that time together that he was talking about, all those extra trips and off seasons that we worked together. It brought back a lot of good memories.
Seeing him throughout his career as you have, we hear about some of the crazy stories and abilities. How can you just put to context his freak ability?
I mean, just look at him. I mean, that's what I told someone. I was like, I mean, obviously Tyron's banged up and, I'm sure his body's worse than any of us know. But when guys retire, people say, oh, he looks like he could still play. That dude looks like he could still play. I mean, he just, from the moment I came in here, he's like, when you come in that O-line room and see him, doesn't look like the rest of the offensive linemen.
And he mentioned that 14 game at the Giants.
Yeah.
Just like kind of the high point of realizing what an offensive line could do. The peak for you guys.
Yeah.
How fun was that?
Yeah, it was a blast. And I think Tyron said it best in his speech there. It's like when you just have supreme confidence in all the guys that you're playing with, and you know exactly what everyone's going to do and their job that they're going to carry out, and it's a very good feeling.
Zach, you were the last to arrive between him, Travis, and you. Just what did you walk into, and what do you remember about your rookie year with North Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, I walked into a really, really good offensive lineman already, and like I said, I was that missing part, but they had set a standard here long before myself and the other guys got here, and you saw that when you came in. It was about the work, and it was about putting in the work, and like Tyron said in his speech, you're only going to get out what you put in, and he showed how much he put into it.
I asked Tyron about Tyler. What's your thoughts on him becoming, assuming the next guy in line after you got him?
Yeah, I mean, just like what Tyron said, he's got freaky ability, and he's a dominant player, and obviously he's just got to continue to keep developing. But if he continues to work the way he's worked since he's been here, I don't see that being a problem, and I just see him keep getting better and better every single year.
When did you know he was going to be pretty good?
I think his first year when he played tackle, you could see kind of the uncommon traits that he had. But then that second year when he kicked into guard, and I think he missed a few weeks before the first game he played, and then the first game he played he was very dominant, and it was like, okay, yeah, this guy's going to be really good for a long time.
There's a lot of physically imposing players in the NFL, but when Tyron first came, do you remember what your first impressions were of just the athlete and especially?
Yeah, I mean, just when you watch him move, I think obviously everyone sees how big he is and how cut up he is and his arms and all that, but when you really watch him move and the consistency and in which he moves is pretty amazing. I mean, if you look at his set from when he was a rookie or a third-year guy to now, it's going to be very, very similar looking, which is hard to do because, you go through courses of, how you feel and different ways you move, but I think he's been able to just be that consistent presence whenever he's out there.
Who were the Cowboys defenders that were your DeMarcus Ware guys that kind of served up?
Yeah, I mean, Tyrone Crawford is the first guy that comes to mind, especially when they kicked him inside the three technique. Those battles that we had in my first, 5-6 years, that would definitely be the guy.
Strange not getting ready for season?
Nope.
Tyron mentioned obviously the Super Bowl party. You guys wish that happened, but to see he's having
Yeah.
family, how do you wrap your mind, I guess, at this stage for you and for him being, calling it a career, how valuable that part is?
I think it's just being grateful for the times that we had. I mean, obviously everyone's goal in this league, and especially since we've been here and every year here, is to go out and win a championship. And unfortunately, in our tenure, we weren't able to do that. But I just look back at all the stuff that we accomplished being here, not only as a team, but as an offensive line unit, and then him personally. It's just special. So you just got to have a lot of gratitude for what you did do and what you did accomplish.
You guys keep talking about figuring out life after football?
Yeah, I mean, we talk all the time. I had lunch with him last week, and obviously I think he's staying down here, but we'll remain in touch for the rest of the time.
What would early August 2030 look like for both of y'all?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
You know what that means.
I do.